Welcome to Leopard Farm. Imagine you're standing on the edge of a quiet Alberta cornfield at dawn when a single rifle shot cracks through the stillness. Seconds later, a 400-pound black bear crashes into the dirt. What sounds like a scene from a classic hunting video is now just another Tuesday morning for farmers and hunters across Western Canada. Black bear numbers have absolutely exploded in recent years, and the fallout is hitting rural communities hard, both in wrecked crops and drained bank accounts.
Nice.
Right in the heart of Alberta's prime farmland, fields that should be heavy with golden corn ready for harvest are instead flattened wastelands. In some areas, bears have demolished more than 500 acres in a single season. These aren't random visits. The bears have figured out the perfect strategy. They slip in under cover of night, start eating in the dead center of the field where they're hardest to spot, then work their way outward in widening circles. By the time a farmer notices the damage at first light, deep paw prints and snapped stalks are all that's left, along with a gut punch bill that can run into the tens of thousands of dollars. It's a nightly raid that's pushing hardworking families to the breaking point, and something has to give. The chaos isn't staying out in the countryside anymore. Black bears have gotten downright fearless, strolling straight into suburban neighborhoods like they own the place. Trash cans go flying, porch lights flick on in panic, and half-asleep homeowners suddenly find themselves staring down a 400-pound uninvited guest. Luckily, Alberta's wildlife officers are pros at this point. They roll in fast, trap the culprits, and haul them back to the deep woods where they're supposed to be. As bear encounters escalate across rural communities, everyone from hunters and ranchers to everyday families is stepping up to protect their crops, livestock, and often reaching for firearms when necessary. Wildlife officials are working hard to manage the problem, capturing these bold intruders and relocating them deep into remote wilderness. But relocation is only a temporary solution. Once natural food becomes scarce again, the bears inevitably wander right back into human territory. In Alberta's sprawling boreal forests, the cycle of conflict continues year-round. If you're heading out to hunt black bears, success comes down to preparation, skill, and serious patience. Seasoned hunters craft killer bait piles using a sweet, irresistible mix. Think buckets of honey poured over crunchy nuts, stale bacon trees, and rotting fruit that send an unmistakable scent trail for miles. They'll seal it inside sturdy 55-gallon drums, bury them partially at the base of big trees, or hang them just out of reach from low branches. The idea is simple. Make the spot scream easy meal to a hungry bear while keeping it secure enough that only the smartest and biggest ones can get to it. Get the setup right, stay downwind, and wait for the payoff can be a trophy-class Bruin stepping into the open at dusk. When a bear finally appears, your heart pounds like a drum, but this is no time to panic. You force slow, controlled breaths, steady your hands, and wait. The second that Bruin steps into the kill zone and drops into the bait, you draw smoothly over solid, and set your pin right behind the shoulder. One perfect moment, that's all you get. Release clean, and the hunt is over in an instant. Black bear hunting at close range leaves zero margin for error, which is exactly why so many serious hunters trust the Matthews V3X as their primary weapon. With its cutting-edge cam system, this bow delivers whisper-quiet, pinpoint accuracy past 45 yards and sends arrows screaming at up to 350 feet per second. In that split-second window, you have exactly one shot. Miss it, and a wounded bear either charges your stand in a blind rage or vanishes into thick cover, ending your season on a sour note. Success comes down to ice-cold nerves, relentless practice, and gear you can bet your life on. Hello everyone, welcome to the Leopard channel. Picture this, it was just a regular afternoon in a sleepy California countryside town on July 23, 2024, when everything flipped upside down. Drivers slammed on their brakes as a pride of lions suddenly appeared on the roadway, their massive forms throwing long spooky shadows in the dimming sunlight. These awe-inspiring yet downright scary beasts caught everyone off guard, leaving locals stunned and scrambling.
In New Mexico.
When it comes to handling lions in the wild, hunters turn to heavy-duty, large-caliber rifles to ensure a quick and ethical takedown. These beasts pack serious power and need real stopping force to go down humanely. Picking the proper caliber isn't just about minimizing pain. It's key to keeping a unit from bolting and turning into a major danger for hunters or folks in the area. In the United States, hunters chasing big game like lions often turn to powerhouse calibers such as the .375 Winchester, .45 Winchester Magnum, .400 Winchester, and .338 Blackbeard Magnum. These rounds stand out for their raw stopping power, rock-solid reliability, and pinpoint accuracy, making them ideal for landing clean shots from afar. Not only do they help keep the hunter safe in high-stakes situations, but they also promote a quick, ethical harvest that respects the animal and the sport. If you're gearing up for a legal lion hunt here in the States, you'll need to navigate a web of strict rules and snag the right permits, which can differ wildly depending on state laws and federal oversight. These aren't just for the hunt itself, they also cover owning and displaying any trophies you bring home. What are your thoughts on how these licensing regs stack up? And do they spark any ethical debates in your mind, like balancing conservation with tradition? In the U.S., lion hunting with rifles is typically limited to specific seasons that line up with drier weather, making it easier to spot and track these big cats. That's when lions tend to be on the move more, boosting your odds. Most folks team up in small groups for better safety and success, hitting the field at dawn or dusk when the animals are most active. Picking the right spot is key too. Think thick woods, wide open prairies, or rugged mountains that offer prime visibility and stalking opportunities. On top of that, well-regulated lion hunts are a big part of smart wildlife stewardship. They help keep populations in check, which supports a healthy ecosystem overall.
Safety is
Plus,
a top priority with annual shooting.
Often goes straight back into protecting habitats and cracking down on poachers. What's your take on this strategy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear.
Thank you.
In wrapping up our wild tale from that unexpected lion sighting in California to the intricacies of ethical lion hunting across the U.S., remember that responsible practices aren't just about the thrill. They play a vital role in conservation by maintaining balanced ecosystems, funding habitat protection, and preventing overpopulation that could lead to human-wildlife conflicts. By choosing the right calibers like the .375 Winchester for humane takedowns, adhering to strict permitting and seasonal guidelines, and hunting in groups during peak activity times in diverse terrains, we honor both the majestic animals and the traditions of the sport. If this sparked your curiosity about big game adventures or wildlife wonders, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us for our next videos where we'll dive into more thrilling encounters and expert tips. See you in the wild. Welcome to the Leopard Farm channel, where we dive into the heart of the action. Across the rugged mountains of Turkey and the fertile fields of Morocco, wild boars are causing chaos, tearing through cornfields, destroying orchards, and jeopardizing farmers' livelihoods. To combat this growing threat, local authorities have enlisted skilled hunters to rein in the boar population. Join us as we follow John and Nick's teams on their high-stakes mission to protect crops and communities from these relentless invaders. Our journey begins in a dense Turkish forest, where John's team is gearing up for a critical hunt. With careful planning, they position themselves along key boar trails, each member focused and ready for action. John takes his spot on a path the boars are sure to cross, his rifle steady and his senses sharp. Suddenly, a massive boar bursts into view. With one precise shot, John brings it down cleanly, a testament to skill and preparation. In this unforgiving landscape, there's no room for mistakes. Every move could mean the difference between a protected harvest and a devastating loss. High in the Turkish mountains, John steadies his scope, catching sight of another wild boar creeping up the hillside. Oblivious to the danger, the boar steps into the open, and John doesn't hesitate. With a single, expertly placed shot, the beast drops instantly, a clean kill that underscores the stakes. In this unforgiving terrain, every bullet must find its mark to protect the farmer's crops. Deeper in the forest, another hunter waits, senses razor sharp. After a tense 10 minutes, a rustling in the brush signals his target. A boar steps into view, and with calm precision, he fires, felling the animal before it even registers the trap. The team's skill and focus ensure these destructive pests are stopped with surgical efficiency. Meanwhile, in the sun-scorched fields of Morocco, Nick's team rumbles